Yo guys, and welcome to a FIFA video on my channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at a starter squad. It's the first video on FIFA 19 I'm going to be doing on my channel, but we're going to be looking at some cheap OP players from the French nation, because that's what this starter squad is going to be built around, the French nationality. Pretty much because I wanted to do a Ligue 1 one because I saw some good players, but most of the Ligue 1 is pretty bad in most positions. And then I thought maybe do a French one, and the French team is just insane. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna start off with the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is gonna be from the French league. He plays for the champions of France, and most likely the team that's gonna become champion again. It's Areola, also known as the Nipple. He has good stats: 83 diving, 84 reflexes, decent positioning and handling. Kicking is irrelevant in my opinion. Speed's pretty irrelevant. 81 rated, maybe he will be slightly expensive, but if so, you could always go for Lecomte, who's also 81 rated from the French. Where does he play? He plays for France at least, so it doesn't even matter. He's 81 rated as well. He has got very similar stats, but I would give the edge to Areola. Let's get straight into right back though, because this is where the squad gets really important. Goalkeeper, you just want a decent goalkeeper, but we're gonna go to the Serie A. And we're gonna take Malqui. I think that's how to pronounce that name. And he looks like he's gonna be a really solid card for a French starter or a Serie A starter. He has 84 pace, which is very good. 70 defending and 76 physical is good. 69 passing is maybe a bit on the low side, but he's only 76 rated. But he does have 76 dribbling. So I think he's gonna be really cheap, maybe like at most 1 to 1.5k. Which should be really affordable for a starter squad in my opinion, for a right back with those kind of stats. I think it will be really good. There's not much contention for the right back position in my opinion. I think you really only got like a few players with like around 80 pace, but there's not that many high pace players. Like there's this Aguilar guy from the French league, who's a French right wing back. He's got 83 pace, and he's the only 80 plus pace guy in the French nationality. So I would definitely go for Malqui because Aguilar has only got 66 physical. Now moving on to centre backs. For centre backs you have a lot of options. Now we have chosen a pairing from the Bundesliga, because they have really OP centre backs this year in the Bundesliga, and a few French ones as well, which really surprises me because last year there was pretty much no French centre backs from the Bundesliga that were having good stats. But Michele is the first one. He plays for Leipzig. He has 81 pace, 77 defending and 75 physical. He's pretty tall and has good strength, so he looks really good. Now then you have a few options. Like you have another player who is like 80 pace, I believe 79, it's Upamecano. He also plays for Leipzig, so he gets a hyperlink to Michele, and he also has 80 physical to go with it. He's like 85 strength, so you could go for him. Personally, I wanted to go to someone who I think is not going to be as expensive, because Michele might actually be like 3 to 5k, because he's got 81 plus pace. I don't know. Now you could go for Langlais if he isn't too expensive, but judging from the fact that he plays from Barcelona, I think he's gonna be a bit too expensive as well. So I've gone for Diallo. Let me spell that right. Diallo, he plays for Dortmund. He's got 73 pace, which is very good considering most of the centre backs have gotten a big pace downgrade this year. 72 dribbling on the centre back is really good. By the way, Michele also has 69 dribbling, which is really good. So pretty good dribbling and passing on these guys, which I actually really rate for a centre back. 78 defending is pretty nice, and 77 physical is pretty okay, but I believe his strength stat isn't too impressive. He's got really rounded physical, whereas Michele has only 75 physical but with high strength. Then moving on to the left back position, here you have pretty much only two options, which are Mandy, and I don't mean the Manchester City one, I mean the one that plays for Ligue 1 team Olympique Lyonnais. But we've also got another Bundesliga player in Jerome Roussillon, and we're going to be picking him just because he has a slightly more physical, the same pace. Overall he looks slightly better than Mandy, so I prefer Roussillon personally. Plays in the Bundesliga as well, so you got a nice strong links going on here if you want to maybe use these players in a hybrid. But yeah, 73 defending is good enough, 87 pace of course is great, 76 dribbling and 72 passing are also very nice for a fullback who's only 78 rated. And 78 physical also is very nice. He had an OP team of the season, I believe, last year. So if you remember that card, you know that he is actually very solid. Moving on to midfield then. This is where it gets a bit interesting. There's a lot of players, and I think you really have to make a choice for yourself. It also depends on how expensive some of these players are. If Geoffrey Kondogbia is cheaper than what I'm expecting him to be, I expect him to be 10k plus, to be honest, because his card is just insane. But if he's cheaper, you can definitely go for Geoffrey Kondogbia. Personally, I went for the following players. In the middle, I'm using Ducouré, because even though he's only got 67 pace, which actually isn't that bad, he's got very nice well-rounded card with 83 physical, meaning that he's gotten quite a bit of strength. So you have that strong midfielder right there in the middle, which I really, really rate. So that's why I picked Ducouré. Besides him, I went for a few faster and more box-to-box midfielders in Cyprien. Cyprien has 78 pace, 79 dribbling, 75 shooting, 74 defending, 77 passing, and 79 physical. If his defending was upgraded by 1, he would have 75 plus in every single stat. I really rate that. That's a really good card in my opinion. Maybe only 78 rated and nothing super exceptional, but he will get the job done. He will go back and forward for you, get you goals, but also helps out in defense. On the other side, we've got a very similar player to Cyprien, which is Sanson. Now again, his pretty much all his stats are 75 plus. He just doesn't have any exceptional stats. Now, of course, you can look at it in the in-game. They've probably got a few stats above 80, maybe even above 85 for some stats. But all in all, these will be great box-to-box midfielders to get you goals, get you assists, but also help out in defense, which I really, really rate on my midfielders. Now, going on to the attack. We've got some interesting players, definitely. By the way, I'm using a 4-3-2-1, but I don't really think it matters which formation you use, because with the new game plans, you can just move the D-pad to the left or the right and have like a set formation on that attacking or defensive tactic. So if you want to, for example, rather play this team in a 4-3-3 with a DM, Ducouré and DM, the other two midfielders as CMs, and just have a wider attack, then you can easily do that by just one tap of the button. But for now, we're going to be looking at a right winger, and you have not too many options, but there's one really good one. If Ousmane Dembele is cheaper than I expect him to be, you could also go for him, or if you can afford him, you could go for him. But in my opinion, this looks like a really good card. Once again, he was a beast last year. He plays in MLS, but it's Romain Alessandrini. Now, of course, he works in this team because we are going for a French team, and that makes him easier to link. It's good that that he has the French nationality, because the MLS is a bit harder to link. But this way, we can get him into the squad. Going to the left wing position, this also doesn't have too many great options. France doesn't have great cheap wingers, like of course there's Lamar, Coman, Martial. Those are all going to be too expensive. There's Valbrena, but he's too low in pace in my opinion at 80. So I've gone for Ntap, who actually looks pretty good for a 77 rated French left mid. Of course you need to convert his position quite far up for these wingers, but you could start in a different formation with wingers if you want to use this squad, which is going to be really, really good in game, I can already tell you, because you have so much pace, so much balanced cards in here, and which is really important at the start of the game. But he's got 85 pace and 81 dribbling, which is very nice. 71 shooting is not too bad, but also nice physical at 72, which I really, really rate my players to either be super fast with high dribbling or also have a bit of strength. Now, he's very similar to Alessandrini, rather than Alessandrini has a bit of a lower shot, but more physical. So I think this will be a deadly duo up front on the wings. Now at the striker position, you've got some choices again. There's quite a few good players. There is Dembele, who has moved to Lyon from Celtic. There is Jean-Kevin Augustin, who has moved from, I believe, PSG to Red Bull Leipzig. There's Alessandro Plea, who plays in the Bundesliga now. There's Kevin Gamero, who you could arguably use. But I think this card looks really good once again, because he was OP last year and even the year before that. Is Wissam Ben Yedder. Our 85 pace that's very nice together with that 84 dribbling. He has super high balance and agility, which is really important. Only a 78 shot, but we'll get into that. A 74 passing stat, which also not too bad for striker. 61 physical is the one thing that I would like to be better on him, but with that high agility and balance, he's just gonna run through defenses. Now, he might only have a 78 shot, but in reality, he actually should have like an 81 rating, because for a striker, it's really important to have high positioning and high finishing. He has 87 positioning, I'm pretty sure, and he's 85 finishing. So despite his stat only saying 78, for a striker, he actually has the right stats. So he's going to be deadly in front of goal. He might be a bit more expensive. He might be like 2, 3, maybe even 5k at the start of the game. I don't think he will be too expensive because there's a lot of option from La Liga to put up front. And the same goes for France. If you have a bit more coins, you can go for like a Benzema, a Griezmann. You can even put Mbappe up front, Lacazette. So yeah, I think he's going to be really, really good. This team, all in all, is super well balanced and super nice. I think you're going to have a good time at the start of the game. I rate the price about 20 to 25k. If you get early access or do this on the web app and have some good trading on the web app, you can definitely get it for cheaper. Maybe even snipe a few players, get it for 15k. When the game fully releases, those player prices are going to go up. Maybe even you get lucky for a player for SBCs. But all in all, this shouldn't be too expensive and it should play really well. Now, if you guys like this team, then please make sure you drop a like and comment what kind of teams you want to see next. Do you want to see like a Ligue 1, a Premier League, a La Liga, or do you want to see more nations for your start squads? Do you maybe want to see an expensive squad? Then make sure you subscribe as well so that you're getting the updates for my videos that come out. Turn on the notification bell to get actual notifications for the videos. But that's gonna be it. Make sure you check out my next video, and for now, peace.